Well, folks, it's Sunday. It's Checker Flag Motorsports, Speedway Monkeys. It's Talladega. It's playoffs. Second race of round one. A lot of stuff going on tonight. These guys are still out here in practice. Welcome, everybody, to MaxspeedTV. Steve Lane up here in the booth. Calling the action for you tonight. We're going to go ahead and get a few things out of the way. We're going to go over our point standings real quick. As of right now, the top 16, Anthony English is holding that top spot at 1050. Adam Kilday in second with a 1044, 6 behind Anthony. Mark Mann coming in third tonight into the second race of the round one at 1042. He is 2 behind Adam and 8 behind the leader, Lynn McNeese, also there in third place at a 1042, and they are again 8 behind the leader. Sean Wilder at a 1041. He is 1 behind Lynn, 9 behind the leader. We're going down to that 6th place spot. Russ Hancock at a 1037. He is 13 behind the leader and 4 behind Sean. Les Leavely and Dana Osborne both at 1036, 14 behind the leader and 1 behind Russ. Coming in 9th spot, Paul Servant, 1035. He is 15 behind the leader and 1 behind Dana. Dusty Burkhardt coming in 10th place spot right now at a 1034, 16 behind the leader and 1 behind Paul. Sean Stevens in that 11th place spot at a 1032, 18 behind the leader, 2 behind Dusty. Bubba Winningham in that 12th place spot right now, 1026, 24 behind the leader, 6 behind Sean. Coming in 13th, Mr. Doug Johnson there to 1025. He is 25 behind the leader, 1 behind Bubba. Rick Seabrands, you see the asterisk by his name. He has won the points championship, so all he has to do to make it to round 2 is start the race. Doesn't have to finish, he just has to start the race. But he is 27 behind the leader and 2 behind Doug. And rounding out our tied for 15th, 16th spot there, Andy Brigante, Todd Mays, both at 1,000 points. They are 50 behind the leader and 23 behind Rick. So pretty tight point standings right now. If I can find, my mouse is not wanting to cooperate with me. We're going to go ahead and get our pre-race analytics. That 5-mile-an-hour wind out of the southwest. Air temp of 74 degrees. Humidity 1 degree. Track temp a little warmer tonight at 115 degrees. We got 80 laps tonight here at Talladega, 212 miles. But don't forget, tonight's race is actually the Ricky Bobby Foundation 212, sponsored by our friend Mr. Les Levy. So appreciate everybody joining out there in chat right now. Jeremy Medlock, R. Waldrop, Brendan Kennedy out there, appreciate you, buddy. Everett Grover, how you doing? Watching the clash at Bowman Gray. Yeah, I seen that the NASCAR trucks were there. So, but second mod reporting for duty. Glad to have you out there for sure, guys. So, well, we're going to step away for just a minute, play our national anthem, provided by our friends at Madison Rising. So hang tight, folks. We're going to play the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, folks, we are back again here. Again, we are at Talladega. And I don't know why that is showing up. For some reason, my name is showing up at the top right of the screen. I think I got it to go away. But anyways, we are at Talladega right now watching Bubba practice. 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes of practice up, almost 4 minutes of practice. But we're going to check and see. Anthony English is out there. He is our... Yeah, it finally disappeared. I guess because I had the interview on. I don't know. But it went away, thank goodness. So, but... But like I said, Anthony English right now sitting in our top spot of the playoffs. Still round of 16. Now after tonight, they will cut to the round of 8. So again, you don't have to win the race. You just have to finish ahead of the guy in front of you. But points still matter at this juncture. These guys are still racing for points. More points they get, better off they'll be. Right now we've got a field of about 20 drivers. It looks like 22. Yep, about 22 drivers right now. John Guerrero is actually sitting in that top spot for practice at a 50.487. Now that's probably in the draft, as you see. He is right there behind Anthony. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good field tonight. I was looking to see if looks like Mr. David Overstreet is in the pits. Let's see if we can't get David up here for just a minute. Just a second, folks. We got him up here. Mr. Dave, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so we're just kind of talking about the point standings, what's happening race 2 of round 1. Points are pretty tight right now for the first round, but after tonight, we're going to be cutting to the top 8. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. The points are really tight, and you got to remember Rick Seabrands is out of the top 8, so he's automatically in since he's here tonight. So they're only racing for 7 spots. So
wow, so it is going to be really close, really tight. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, they don't have to win the race. They just got to be ahead of the person in front of them, right?
No, it's all points.
It's all points. Okay, so.
Yeah. And I think there's several people tied, if I can't remember right. Right at 8th, 9th, and 10th, I think are tied, I think.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
have, I've got the points standing up on the screen right now. It looks like we've got a tie for 7th between Les Levy and Dana Osborne, a tie for 3rd with Mark Mann and Lynn McNeese. And then I think that, well, tie for the 15th spot between Andy Brigante and Todd May. So really close.
Out of it, though.
Yeah. So really close though on points though. But I mean, a win could, get one of those guys in towards that cut line, a bump up to the top.
Yeah, there's 20 trucks here tonight, looks like, so far. So, and that's possible, I guess, especially as close as they are. So, just for all the fans watching that, since Rick's here though, so he's already advanced to the next round since he's the regular season champ. So, again, that just moves everybody down a spot. So,
yep. So, but also awesome job by Rick for getting the season points championship. Again, congratulations to him. Well, David, looks like you guys are fixing to start qualifying, so I'll let you go, and we're going to keep an eye on qualifying, and hopefully we'll see you later on.
Yep, thanks. If you refresh the paint, I got a paint scheme change. So.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. All right, so you heard him. He got a fresh paint scheme, so we're going to try to get that refreshed here. So trucks are going to go white for a minute while the paint's download, and we'll see what happens. Well, I still got him in the country time paint scheme. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me get that out of the way. Y'all don't need to see that. I'm going to go over here into my documents real quick. And we are going to get rid of all of these paints that I have. And then we'll refresh it and see what happens. Give me just a minute, folks. Doing this kind of on the fly. We'll see what happens.
Hello, Stephen.
Well, hello, Mr. Matt Wagner, joining us up here in the booth. How are you, sir?
Oh, just resting my back, bud. I've been resting my back all week. Just kind of laid back and chill, you know what I mean? Green bean?
Yeah, I know. There for a while, I was having some back problems. I missed about a week of racing because we've been working, getting some work done at the office. And moving stuff around. We had a congressional group come in, and yeah, it was kind of one of them things.
Yeah, I feel you. It's for me. Usually, it's during the winter time when, when you're not really moving much. Things are a little slow. It depends what work you do. Beyond the sim racing world, I do a lot of heavy lifting. So when we take pretty much a winter break, we're given a break, and when we come back, that's when the back trouble starts to, kind of occur because you're not, as you could say, doing it every time because you're so used to it. Now
Right.
It's like, yeah. So, yeah, sure these guys are not going to break their back, you know what I mean.
Well, we are in the second race of the round one, Matt, of the playoffs, top 16. Tonight, after tonight's race, it'll cut to the top 8. We spoke with David Overstreet a little bit ago before qualifying started. Rick Seabrands is automatically into the next round because he was the regular season points winner, points champion. So, again, congratulations to Rick for grabbing that honor. Now, that only means that there will be 7 drivers going into round 2 with Rick. So, and right now we have a very, very tight points race going into round 2.
Well, for the guys, it's if you win it and you're in it, knowing me, I don't have the chance to win it if I would put myself to, in a situation, as I get stabbed by my kitty. I would think about points and survival as best as you can, just to make it through. If you concentrate on, trying to win, you're going to try too hard and end up wrecking yourself in it, and costing yourself a lot of points. Move on to the next round, and you don't want to do that.
No, you definitely don't. But we are almost done with qualifying. Got 15 seconds left. Dean Wilkinson actually has got the top spot. Let's go ahead. Let's see if Dean is in chat somewhere. He is down here in race room 5, so we're going to go ahead bring him up to the broadcast booth. Oh, and I spoke too soon, Dean. I apologize, sir. You
I can interview him anyway. Let's leave him in here. I want to leave him in here. Hey, Dean, how you doing, brother?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. We go way back, just a little bit. You got any plans here tonight, as you would do in Area 51? I know we raced quite a bit there.
Sorry, I got Bubba. I can hear Bubba louder than I can hear you. So
I do apologize. What are your race plans here for this evening?
I'm here just to have some fun, stay out of people's way who are racing for points and for the playoffs. Hence the reason why I pulled off last week. You were probably wondering why I just didn't want to be in anybody's way.
Oh, I'm
going to try to stay up front.
Yeah, I totally understand. Hey, you got to make yourself known.
Yeah.
Well,
no, that was a fun race.
Yeah, and I compliment and hats off to you, Dean, for that. That was very very sportsmanlike of you. You didn't have to, but you did. An awesome job. But we're going to go ahead and let you get back down there. So I need to get Adam up here for the poll interview. Okay, buddy?
Right on.
All right. So
I got him. I got this nerd. I'll handle him. He's a former. I think I can still consider him as a teammate there. Well, Adam,
hey,
here,
up?
buddy. Hey, what's up there, my man? It's good to see you. It's good to see you starting up front here tonight. You got any plans here this evening? You ready to lead all the laps and take home the victory?
I mean, we'll try. We'll see how that goes. But just along for the ride, and hopefully, maybe I get some 0x's in this one too, and some bonus points with that. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there just do a lot of points racing, trying to keep themselves out of trouble. You are sitting in second in points, my man. I like where your position, where you're at. Maybe take a few risks here tonight.
Probably, depending on how the fuel strategy and goes this race. Probably just going to play it more safe, having good pit stops and whatnot, because I'm assuming there's going to be probably a few green flag stops in this one. But yeah, just going to be patient, cruise around with the team here. So riding with Anthony, Mark, and Andrew tonight. So just going to hang out with those guys and have some fun.
Alrighty, man. I wish me and Steven do wish you the best of luck. Adam, go get him, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Enjoy, dudes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That was the number 85 of Adam Kilday. Well, Steven, what do you think?
well, he seems like he's got a good plan, but again, I got to give a shout out to Dean. What he did last week, getting out of the way, letting them guys that are in the points chase, letting them have their moment of glory. So again, hats off to you, Dean. That's you just can't say enough about something like that. I don't know what you could say.
Yeah.
Just awesome job.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's just I go from a different mentality, but we'll talk about this if we do get a yellow. Meanwhile, we're going green here, buddy.
Yep, pace car has dove off down to the safety pit road. Adam Kilday is in that top spot. We didn't go through our grid, but I'll go through our starting lineup here just a second as we come to the Geico start zone. Green flag is out. Folks, we are racing playoff at Talladega, baby. Really not getting... Oh, shut up, Jeremy. Jeremy's out there telling me I'm fired.
Have you seen the likes of Joshua already?
Yeah, he's out there in chat.
Oh boy.
He said he's going to play Minecraft and drink coffee. So, but yeah, man, we are just nose to tail all the way back through. But we're going to go ahead and go through our field right now. Adam Kilday is in that top spot. Dean Wilkinson outside of him. Anthony English behind Adam there in that P3 spot. Paul Servant 4th. Dana Osborne 5th. Sean Wilder 6th. Todd Mays in 7th. John Guerrero 8th. Sean Stevens 9th. Leslie Levy rounding out your top 10. Dusty Burkhart 11th. David Overstreet 12th. Dave Hunt 13th. Russ Hancock sitting at 14th. Bubba Winningham 15th. Bob Fitzgerald in 16th. Mark Mann 17th. Andrew Schroeder 18th. Doug Johnson 19th. Rick Seabrands in 20th. Lynn McNeese 21st. And Michael Pratt in 22nd. That is your field. 22 cars tonight. Good battle up here. Really, it's just side-by-side racing. Really not much to really see at this point. Oh, Dean. Big move down in front of Anthony. Or Adam. And Anthony, I guess. But Paul is to that outside, but he does have some help. Guys out there in chat talking it up. Joshua, Jeremy, Everett. Appreciate all you guys out there. Now, I don't know if you've seen it or not on the overlay map, but our chase drivers, our playoff drivers, do have the little bar above their name and the P beside their name. Lets everybody know that they are in the playoffs as we're trying to go 3 wide here.
Well, I think they already planned on it. You know, it's one thing to race 3 wide here. Actually, you know what? I Daytona, it's 3 wide at Daytona early. I kind of disagree, but here at Dega, there's so much room on this racetrack, but you can do it all day long.
Yeah, with Talladega going 3 wide is really not that big of a deal, especially with the caliber drivers that they have in this league. You know, they all can run 3 wide. You could probably you could push 4 wide if you needed to, but that would be something you would probably want to do later in the race. It's too early for 4 wide, but again, I would agree with you. Dega 3 wide shouldn't be that big of a deal for these guys. Ooh, that was looked like, who was that? Was that Doug Johnson? No, that was 62 of Les Levy.
Well, yeah, the 62 of Les Levy thought about going to the 3 wide situation, and Bubba Willingham was following it. No, excuse me.
That's Dusty Burkhart.
Dusty Burkhart, excuse me. He does have that. The Vols paint scheme. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. But I do live in Knoxville.
Oh, Dana Osborne looks like he's jumped out there to join that 3 wide fricas.
Oh, he looked kind of indecisive there. Didn't want to know what to do there, and he ducks back into the second line. He kind of looked like he really wanted to make some moves there.
Well, you know, he could have been doing that, or could have been just trying to take some of the air off those guys too to keep them from getting that run.
Well, I really, as me driving this car here, I really don't see that all taking really an effect for the trucks, but in the Cup car, yeah, you can definitely notice it. And for these, barely.
Well, looking back here, looks. Getting back here, looks like we got Dave Hunt now out there on that 3rd line with Les and Dusty. Maybe they're just trying to get something going, but Dusty is kind of hanging that high midline.
Well, we got a new contender up to the top line. Dave Hunt has found his way to the 3rd lane and cut right in front of Les Levy there. Maybe more people would join. Yep, we do have another contender. I can't see because my dang screen's in the way.
That is the 91 of Sean Wilder joining them out there. Of course, Denny Wilder out there in chat rooting on Sean tonight. Glad to have Denny joining us.
Well, Jeremy, I frown upon that comment. Come on, man. Really?
What'd he say?
I thought the P meant for they peed before the race.
Oh, Lord.
Get him out of here.
He gone. Now we are 3 wide again, folks. And that 91 is Sean Wilder leading that outside pack. Dave Hunt, Les Levy, and David Overstreet joining the fray out there as well. Now they are at 50% fuel, Matt, so we're probably looking, looking around 16, 17, 18 laps maybe.
They get a little bit, of moving around up there.
There's John Carrera actually making his way from 8th to 4th. Dana Osborne did jump out there in front of Paul Servan. Paul is giving him a big push. Dana will lead his first lap.
Meanwhile,
Mike Edgerton out there in chat.
hi, Mike. Good to see you. Meanwhile, there is one truck in the back of the field that's probably more calmer than anybody else in the field.
That's got to be the number.
Who do you think I'm talking about?
That's got to be the number 4, Rick Seabrand.
Yep.
You know, like
just chilling.
Yeah.
Ain't got to worry about nothing.
He's already into the second round, so he's just back here running laps and trying to get a feel on how these guys are going to run next week. So,
yeah, there's no reason to push. Or else, you know, you could be that odd man out and try to pull a Joey Logano and try to win a clean sweep around, but that's pretty tough. I mean, I know this man can do it.
well, you know, like I said, he's not too worried about the first round here of the playoffs, so he won't have to really worry until round 2 starts, which we will be off next week because of the Super Bowl Sunday, and we are going to bump that another week out. So after tonight, we'll have a week off and then be back the following week. Hope everybody gets to watch and enjoys. What happened?
Get him out of here. How about another one? Get both the Medlocks out of here.
Oh.
Even though he's your boss. Get him out of here.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, all he's got to do is sign in under the MaxspeedTV account and unban himself. So,
yeah, well, that's true.
But look at this outside line. Les Levy, Dave Hunt, David Overstreet, all making that run. Adam Kilday, John Carrera, and the 343 of Russ Hancock right there in the middle, or Josh likes to call it the sucker hole. And then, of course, Adam Kilday. And then I believe that is Dana Osborne right behind him. And then Paul Servan on that inside lane as we're starting to go back side-by-side racing here.
Right.
Let's see, we've been out 12 laps. I don't think they're going to be close to needing fuel just yet, but, you know, pit strategies are going to be different.
And I stand by that comment.
Oh, wow.
I don't care. You can hate me all you want.
No, Brian, they were joking and talking about banning Joshua. Not you, buddy.
You're fine. I see some of these guys are trying to spring out single file as we try to prepare for pit stops. The one thing I am really concerned, as I say every week on the other broadcasts I do, is the guy's not executing on pit road, and that's how the field splits out, like so big. And you see maybe 5 cars at the end. The guys who've been outperforming everybody.
Well, in a
Will we see that here tonight? Probably. You just got to execute on pit road, just 100%.
Yeah, and a
Might see-
bad pit stop can cost you 3, 4, 5 spots.
That is true. We might see Rick Seabrands maybe make a couple of moves up toward pit stop time, because I think Len McNeese was starting to make this move up there, up toward the back. He's going to make his way up toward the front. I don't think anybody's going to go with him. He's still on his lonesome on the outside there.
But he is making up some spots, though. Here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, I thought I seen him coming down.
Yeah, there was a little bit of smack in the back with the 91 of Sean Wilder back there. But other than that, nobody's going to go with him. I'm really quite shocked. I'm shocked that Rick didn't go with him.
Well, they're going to try to make it one more time around. That's going to put them at 15 or 14 laps out right now on the stint. So pit window is definitely open. Everybody is running single file through the pack, just trying to keep an eye on the truck in front of them, figure out, okay, who's going to pit, when they're going to pit, and am I going with them?
I'm getting some calls that some drivers are coming down. There's quite a few. It might be half the field.
We'll see what happens. We are actually back
Here
up
we
here
go.
on the front. Here we go. There's the top probably 10 at least.
Half the field.
Yep. That was going to be Adam Kilday, Dana Osborne, Dean Wilkinson. Let me get back over here. I don't know why it's doing that every time I click on
No penalties. Great job, guys.
Yep. Paul Servant, Sean Wilder, Les Levy, David Overstreet, Bubba
There's
Winningham.
one car on the apron of the racetrack. What are you doing, my friend? They're going to try and let him back in, but he's not opting to. He's staying on the apron of the racetrack. He's going to lose a ton of time here. He's going to have to pit.
That's going to be the 88 of John Guerrera, but he is coming down with that big group there, led by Anthony English. Ooh.
Oh, Anthony lost. That wasn't Anthony. I'm sorry.
Todd
I do apologize for
Mays.
that. Yep, Todd Mays with that little wiggle there.
He did get a
he
black
was a little bit
flag.
hot coming in, and he's the only one to receive the black flag there. Unfortunate for him. Speeding up pit road, that will be a 40-second hold for Todd, and the only way for him to catch back up is going to have to be a yellow.
Most of these guys look like they just took fuel, no tires.
And that's actually really smart. I think I'm looking at these packs right now there, Steven. There might be quite a few maybe spread out here, but other than that, I think they may come back together. I'm watching Dave Hunt coming off pit road, watching him. It looks like Adam Kilday and them company is going to come right in front of them.
Yeah, right now I got it on Dean Wilkinson, Adam Kilday, Dana Osborne. They are actually coming up on Anthony English and going to go ahead and go around him. John Guerrera looks like he did get a black flag as well.
Oh boy.
Dean had just kind of got out of the way of Dana and Adam. Of course, both of those guys are in the playoffs. That gives Adam back the lead.
Yeah, for John, that would be it. Unsafe rejoin back
Ooh.
onto the pit road. He did not stay below the blue cone. Coming off of pit road here back onto the racetrack. And I think that's a drive-through. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of it, Josh.
I'm glad you agree with
There
me,
we
Josh.
go.
Thank you.
Nope, still using it.
I think Josh is angry at you for having that logo there. He's gonna whoop you.
Yeah, probably. But
No,
it's all right.
we'll talk about it later, Josh.
We're looking back here at John Guerrero. He's still showing a black flag, so I wonder if he's gonna have. He's got 3 laps to serve that black flag, or he's gonna get DQ'd. And
But he did come up the yellow line. That, by my eye, that would be clearable. But I'm not an admin, no shape or form. So
yeah, I'm not sure.
he's got this lap to serve it, or they just go poof.
Well,
Right now we got 2.
Let's hope he
two
don't go
packs here, buddy.
poof.
Yeah, they go poof. They go bye bye.
Yeah. Getting back up here on the front real quick, though. Adam Kilday, Dana Osborne, Dean Wilkinson, Dave Hunt, Anthony English, Sean Stevens, Rick Seabrands moving up to 7th. Dusty Burkhart, Mark Mann, and Andrew Schroeder are top 10. And he did not come down pit road again.
Okay, I think they cleared his flag. Nope, it's still there.
I'm still showing it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe this lap he's gonna have to serve it, or else. Yeah. But anyway, we are separated, my friend. The top 10 are all by their lonesome. From 11th on back, they're all in one big giant group there.
Yeah, I'm showing. I'm on Andrew right now. Almost 5.5 seconds between him and Les Levy. They are at 5.5 seconds. And John Guerrero still did not come down pit road.
Yeah, if I was I'm sitting there, probably one of the best pushes in the league. I got Paul Servant back there. I'm watching him and Russ Hancock and Les Levy. Russ Hancock's not really pushing Les Levy, and the more they do that, watch that time just go slower and slower tick by. If I was in that group, I'd probably have Paul Servant like do all the pushing. 100%.
Yeah, Paul is probably
The 3rd best pusher in this league.
I was
I
fixing to
will
say one of the best ones. Rick Seabrands, he'll do a good job at pushing, and I've ran with Mark too, and Mark has pushed the living daylights out of me too. So all these
Push me to-
all these
Go ahead.
yeah, all these guys are great drivers. They know what they're doing. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a matter of the person in front of them. If they're able to hold their line, they'll push them all the way around the track, even in the corners. And to answer your question out there, Brian, Anthony English currently in 6th place. He has led a lap, but he's got Rick Seabrands right there with him. Speaking of Rick. So, yeah, I was wondering about that race at Bowman Gray on how that was going.
I already know. It's See, I hate the. I'm not gonna bring. Well, you know, I just to get off our broadcast subject here. The Bowman Gray high horsepower cars do not belong on small racetracks. Get them out of here. I'd rather have low horsepower cars. You know, maybe about this is what maybe stock cars like. You know, that's what it's supposed to be.
Right?
But if you put high horsepower cars, they're going to use everybody as a battering ram. I bet you that's what's happening. Anyway, I thought I'd get that off my chest. I just don't know what NASCAR's thinking. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
But these guys here, I'm looking at the second pack. It is they got a little faster that lap. They're Steven, but they're still lacking in speed.
Yeah, they're
As
still
I'm watching-
losing
I'm watching
time.
now. They pushing the daylights out of Dana there.
Yeah, they're losing time. They're now 6 seconds behind Andrew Schroeder. And Andrew, you see on the driver bar running about 190, maybe 191 mile an hour top. You get back here to Les and them. Man, they're just maintaining about 188. Oh, Doug Johnson going out wide.
Gotcha.
That's going to close the door, though. And I don't know who that is. I think that's Bob Fitzgerald. Just closed the door on him and
Ooh.
not able to get back down in that line, which is going to put, eventually he'll have to fall back or wait for an opening to get back down. But he's kind of maintaining that mid-line right now outside of Sean Wilder. Of course, Bubba Winningham gave him enough, but I don't know, Doug just kind of popping it back out to that high side. Or midline. Makes me wondering if he's just staying full throttle the whole time. Well, that front pack is all pretty well organized, single file. Really not pushing any issues right now. Ooh, Rick kind of getting down on that apron a little bit. Of course, looking at the track temperatures earlier, it went from 115 degrees to 109, so pretty good conditions, 74-degree air temp, so not too bad.
Well, they lost 3/10 last time by. We'll see what happens this time. Oh, they lost about 5/10 that time. They're gonna have to change it up a bit if they want to contend.
Well, they've been out here about the same amount of laps, so again, that pit stop did open it up a little bit. So we'll see what happens. That front group did gain about almost a full second on the pack behind them, though.
Yeah, about 2 laps. No, yeah, about 2 laps.
Looking back here at the back, Les Levy, Russ Hancock, Paul Servant, Lynn McNeese. It looks like the 45 of Michael Pratt, Bob Fitzgerald, Sean Wilder, Bubba Winningham, and Doug Johnson. Dave Hunt back here. I don't know what happened to Dave, but he fell back. Of course, Todd Mays is up here with that front group. Dave is only running 170, but that's by himself, so he has no help, no draft. Dave having some issues. Let's go to a chase cam. I want to see if it has any damage to the I am not seeing anything.
Well, I'm getting cue that Les Levy and Bryce Hancock are pitting this time by. Yep, here they go.
Dana Osborne down pit road as well. Paul Servant, Russ Hancock, Les Levy, Sean Wilder, Doug Johnson, all down on pit road. We're at lap 31 of 80, so...
You know what? Since those guys pitted, I expect those guys who were running up the front probably pissed it this time by. And yes, as soon as I said it, guess what happened? Here they come.
Yep, that's
at least two of them. Wow.
That's Adam
Three of them.
Kilday and Dean Wilkinson.
Oh, Adam, you're too hot, buddy.
Ooh, I don't see any. Oh,
wow,
David
how
Overstreet.
did he get away with that? I have no idea.
Yep, clean.
Someone check their radar, please.
Yeah, clean entrances. So,
jeez,
no black flags, but that's going to put that's going to put Sean Stevens up at the front right now. I don't know how they did that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't believe he didn't speed. He's gone. Wow.
Oh, Paul Servant got a black flag. Unsafe pit exit.
Oh, really? I think that may be the case.
John Guerrero did take his behind the wall. And here comes that front group. Sean Stevens, Anthony English, Dusty Burkhart, Andrew Schroeder, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands. And Dave Hunt is coming down. Looks like he's going to make his way onto pit road.
Yeah, he just crossed that yellow line. Just as soon as they pass the start finish line, he has his right rear on the yellow line.
Yep. So
just
here comes Paul down pit road. Served that black flag. So Sean Stevens is our leader as of right now, but that other group of Adam Kilday, Dusty Burkhart, they're all coming back down on pit road. Rick Seabrands, Anthony English, they're all still up here at front. Mark Mann closing the gap on Todd Mays. Now Todd is one of our playoff drivers, but he is currently a lap down. Here comes.
I think it was a stop and go. Yeah, it was.
Yep. So they'll serve his black flag and be back out on the track. Unfortunately, that's going to put him a lap down because here comes the leaders. Going to catch up to him. There's our top five are all right here together in this first group. Of course, you got Adam Kilday, Dusty Burkhart, and Dean Wilkinson right behind them. Look at Adam Kilday. They are about 4.5 seconds behind that lead group. There is...
Hall's coming back in again.
Wonder what is going on. I'm still showing him with the black flag. Did he get another one?
I think he was confused that when he stopped in the pit, because it was a drive-through. I think he wasn't supposed to stop in it.
Yep.
I guessing iRacing kind of still gave him a black flag for it.
Unless he got fuel. If he got fuel, then yeah, he wouldn't have cleared the black flag.
Oh man.
Well, that's going to put Paul a lap down. So we got 3 cars currently a lap down. Todd Mays, David Overstreet, and now Paul Servant.
You know, that's really going to hurt him in the points.
Yes, it will.
If I go back here and kind of want to update everybody on their points here. I think coming in he was. We find him.
Paul was in 9th place in points at a 10:30.
Ninth spot. He was only 15 out. That he's going to take a big hit.
Again, our front group right now, Sean Stevens leading the way. He's led 6 laps now. So Sean Stevens, Anthony English, Rick Seabrands, Andrew Schroeder, Mark Mann, our top 5. Adam Kilday, Dean Wilkinson, and Dusty Burkhart still back here about 4.5 seconds behind that front group. We're looking back here, the big group back here with Russ Hancock, Les Levy, Sean Wilder, Lynn McNeese, Bubba Winningham, Dana Osborne, Michael Pratt, Doug Johnson, Bob Fitzgerald. All back here. Dave Hunt still by himself back here, that 18th spot. But looking behind him, them leaders are catching up to him pretty quickly.
Joshua, I will say this. Over the years, you know, he's been the little wah baby over the years, but when ever since he's working with Rexton, he's actually been kind of mellowed out. Just watch.
Brian's out there wanting Bubba Wallace to win the Clash. Is that next week? Clash at the Coliseum?
Yeah, is that next year? Or?
Anyway, I don't know when that is.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway, that top 5 is pretty much gone. Meanwhile, I am probably going to track Adam Keelday, Dean Wilkinson. Oh, we got a car! Oh my goodness!
What a save by Dean Wilkinson.
That is really going to hurt the progress of Adam and Dean.
Did he blow his engine?
Oh God, we're gonna have to go back to that one.
We're gonna do a live rewind here, folks. I think Dean may have blown his engine.
Yeah, he did. He did. Wow.
You seen kind of poking his nose out there to get some air, and then coming around that turn. Oh yes, there was the smoke. Oh no.
Ouch.
And he is trying to coast it back down to pit road. Now they do have 2 fast repairs. Kind of keeping an eye.
If he can make it.
If he can make it.
I think he is, but it's going to be very slow.
Oh, Clash is today. They're just
if I
doing
was him, I would just park it and just take the tow. By the time he gets to the pit lane, you know, the time will expire.
So they're doing the Clash at Bowman Gray this year. Okay.
Yes, it's bad. Just don't talk about it. I'm already frustrated as a fan.
Well, let's see if is he going to make it to his pit stall.
Yeah, I would have taken the tug. By the time he gets to the pit road, I think, you know what I mean, it's the time.
Well, he is on pit road. Now, whether he can make it to his pit box, that's the question.
Meanwhile, that group he was on with, I think it was Adam Kilday and Dusty Burkhardt.
Let's see.
Al just they're lonesome too. It's just those two guys running by himself.
Yep.
And the guys who are running about 5 seconds back of them are catching him.
Look, he might make it. He is almost to his pit box. He made it. I don't know how he coasted all the way around there, but he made it. Used his fast prepared. He is back out rolling, folks. Whoa.
You know, I watched the lap time of Dana. They ran a 50.7 the last time by. The leaders are running 51.6s. I think they're saving fuel up there.
Yeah, because they are only running. Sean is only running about 186, 185 mile an hour.
Yeah, they're saving fuel up there. They want to make it to the. I think they're kind of using Sean Stevens as a stepping stone to, to save the fuel.
Very well could, but Paul Servant's fixing to go another lap down, so that's going to put him 2
Ouch.
laps down.
The kind of race Paul really just wants to forget.
Well, I've been told this. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, so.
I'm usually the bug.
Well, our number 4 truck, Rick Seabrands, has made his way from 18th to 2nd. We are halfway through, folks. 44 laps out of 80. Going to come down to the final laps and pit stops. They have been out here 12 laps, so we'll probably venture to say within a few more laps we'll have another green flag pit stop. Now, Rick Seabrands is a little bit faster than Sean, but he is kind of staying right there, staying in that draft with him. That group right there all the way back to Andrew Schroeder, and then we got the 53 of Dave Hunt and that 55 of Dean Wilkinson. Dean actually went 3 laps down after blowing his head.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him.
Adam Kilday is letting Dana Osborne and that group go by because it's just him and we got a truck down on the apron. That looked like Doug Johnson coming down pit road, and he got a black flag for speeding. That's what it looks like. Getting back up here, that's we are on Adam Kilday. Dusty Burkhardt just kind of left him hanging out there, but left him a gap, so they're getting back in a single file line. Adam right behind that 84 machine of Lynn McNeese. Here we go, folks, that big group we were just on. Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock, Les Levy. That's Bob Fitzgerald, Adam Kilday, Sean Wilder, Dusty Burkhart, Lynn McNeese, Michael Pratt, and David Overstreet all coming down pit road. Now looking back on that lead group, Sean Stevens been out here 15 laps, so I would venture to say they're probably going to come down this time or maybe next time by.
I think Sean is going to come by himself.
Yep.
How much you want to bet?
There goes Sean.
I told you.
Well, you're listening to the chat, so you
no,
got
no, that was just an observation. I wasn't even looking at it. I actually hit the space bar. I'm not even looking at that. So those guys were using Sean as a stepping stone to save a little bit extra fuel. They were trying to go at least 14 laps per run. If they do this correctly, they can make it to the end. So they're kind of banking on that. So we'll see.
David Overstreet got a black flag.
No.
I don't know what it was for, but he is coming back down pit road right now. Pit road can be a little tricky here, folks. Getting these trucks to shut down. They are so light. And looks like
another unsafe exit. That's like 3 times I've seen.
Who got the unsafe exit?
I think it was David O. And he's come back in taking tires and everything.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to clear it.
No, it's not. You saw what happened to Paul Servant when he came down.
Yep.
Let's see if this actually clears it. I'm actually quite curious, actually. No, it did not.
It did not.
When they mean drive-through, don't stop.
Well, Anthony English, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Andrew Schroeder, Sean Stevens. Sean is in 5th place, but Anthony English did take over the lead. He was the first one of that group come off pit road. So you got Anthony English, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, their top 3. David Overstreet will have to come back down to the pit, but he's going to help Andrew Schroeder catch back up with this group. And there goes David O right there. We just talked about. He'll have to do the drive-through. So yeah, you cannot on the unsafe pit exit or unsafe exit. You cannot stop in your pit box, take fuel.
Oh no, definitely not. No, that flag will stay on your monitor. It'll be annoying, and you just see he's going to drive right through the pit. Now he just cleared that flag.
Looking back here, Dana Osborne, Adam Kilday, those guys right there. The 62 of Les Levy getting into that group. Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock on that outside. Trying to get something going to catch up to Andrew. Now they are actually making up some pretty good time.
Yep. I think everybody's going to start to come back together again there, Stephen, before it's all said and done. There is a big group together. I think looks about 7, 8 cars.
Yeah, you're looking at the same group I am with Les Levy and them.
Yeah. And I'll be watching and monitoring the lap times here. They are running side by side. You know, I still have this theory. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Running side by side actually makes them go just a little bit quicker. Maybe yes.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not getting real close side drafting, I think because you're taking the air off of one lane or the other. But yeah, I mean they are moving. I mean They are closing that gap.
Yeah,
That's
6/10. That was 6/10 faster that last time. Maybe if I do predict here, probably about 7 laps. Maybe sooner than that. Maybe sooner.
maybe sooner. Well, folks, we're going to step away for just a minute. We're going to get a little bit of crank it up going on here, Matt. So hang tight, folks. We're going to do a little crank it up, MaxspeedTV TV style. Well, folks, a little bit of crank it up for you. Matt stepped away to go get some coffee. We're still looking at this big group up here. Dana Osborne, Les Levy, somehow has made their way back up towards the front and taken the lead. Great racing going on tonight. 55 laps up, 80 completed. Working on going to 56 here as we come around turn 2. Coming down the back straightaway. Looks like we do have a car up high. I believe that is Mr. Bob Fitzgerald. He is the last truck on the lead lap. Now he will go a lap down now that the group is coming around him. Look at the battle up front here, guys. Russ Hancock, Lynn McNeese side by side. Dana Osborne, Michael Pratt, 62, Les Levy. Again, big shout out to Les, our sponsor for tonight's race, the Ricky Bobby Foundation 212 here at Talladega. This is the second race of the first round of playoffs. After tonight and the points comes back out, we'll know who our top 8 is going into the second round. And I am going to look up the schedule here. Round 2, we will be at Atlanta in the Xfinity cars. Next week, won't be next weekend. We will be off next weekend. Oh, and Michael Pratt goes up into the wall. We're going to have a caution, maybe. That was Michael Pratt. And who was the other vehicle involved? I believe that was a 54 of Todd Mays. No caution.
Yeah, that was a sign of people getting a little aggressive. They're getting closer and closer to the, they finally got to the lead pack, and
yeah, a lot of damage on the front end of Michael Pratt's truck. He hit that outside wall pretty hard. It's like he's just doing everything he can to keep it off of the racing surface.
Yeah, that car is destroyed.
Yeah, the whole front clip is gone. The only thing left is the safety rails. Man. Not the night Todd's got a black meatball flag, and he had to back up. Didn't get into his pits correctly. And Michael got a black flag, and he is stopping before. So it looks like he has taken it behind the wall, folks.
I don't blame him.
We're going to get back up here on the leaders as soon as I can get my cameras to work. Lynn McNeese out front. Russ Hancock in second. Dana Osborne in third. You see Todd Mays coming back off of pit road. He had to use his fast repair as well. I don't like that camera angle of camera 3, so we're going to go to camera 2. Finish out Les Levy in 4th, Dusty Burkhart in 5th. That's your top 5, and then we got Sean Wilder in 6th, Anthony English 7th, Mark Mann 8th, Adam Kilday 9th, and Rick Seabrand's falling back to 10th. We should start seeing another round of pit stops here, Matt. They've been out here 14 laps.
Right now, the magic number is 65. Those cars, remember those 4 cars I told you about? I think it was, see if I can find them. Rick Seabrand, Anthony English, Mark Mann, all them.
Yep, they've been out 12 laps.
They possibly, maybe can make it. It's going to be close.
Well, I think they'll have at least one more pit stop. I don't think they can make it to the... They can't make it to the... Ooh, who was that was out wide? That was a 54 of Todd Mays. Actually 2 laps down, but he is trying to get his laps back the hard way. We are 20 to go, folks. Winding down the laps. Really good racing. No cautions.
Yeah, I'm watching the lap times. They have dropped since our normal pace. They have dropped at least about 1.5 seconds per lap now.
Lynn's last lap was a 51.817.
Yeah, that's not up to speed.
Now they're running about 185 miles, 180 miles an hour is what we're seeing. Whoa, Russ with a big move there. Don't know if he was maybe looking to go outside or trying to get some air.
Little
in
bump.
his,
Little bump.
Little bump.
Little bump. By the way, I think I was sending messages. They're coming down pit road.
Yep. Lynn McNeese, Dana Osborne, Russ Hancock, Dusty Burkhart, Les Levy, Bob Fitzgerald, Sean Wilder, all coming down on pit road right now.
Pretty clean coming down in the pit road there.
Yep, no black flags. So that's going to put Anthony in that lead spot. He's got lap traffic in front of him. So, question for you, Matt. Do you use those lap traffic as
bait?
Well, you could say bait.
Bait.
Or just for fuel saving.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. You got to do whatever it is to save fuel. Anthony is the lead car in that group that has.
Well, here comes
saved
Adam
the most.
Gilday.
Wow. Yeah, Adam had to.
Oh, he locked it down. Did he get a black flag? He
Nope.
did not.
God, that's twice now.
But he has help with him. Sean Stevens did come down pit road with him. Sean Wilder got a black flag. Looks like he's going to have to do a drive-through.
Ouch.
Another one of our chase drivers. Yep, here he comes back down pit road to serve that penalty.
That's once again. This is like the 5th time that I've seen drivers not stay below that yellow line coming off pit road.
Now, are they getting loose or just drifting up high?
They're just drifting up high. They're trying to get all the speed they can. It happens usually when they don't take tires. Tires are hot, a little bit slippery when they come down pit road. But you saw Sean Wilder. He was he did take the driver, didn't stop. Cleared his flag immediately.
Yep. So here we are back up at the front. Anthony English, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Andrew Schroeder, your top 4. I probably see them coming down pit road with 16 to go. If they come down pit road now, then they'll have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race, because that's how many laps we got. But here comes that group. Only one, of course, Todd May's staying out, but he's only been out 7 laps. Watching them come down pit road, I don't see any issues.
If I was Todd, I would have came with him.
I probably would have, because now you're by yourself. But I'm gonna keep an eye on Lynn McNeese, because they are gaining. Of course, they're at full speed. So that is going to, as they come around the trio, or the try over there, start finish line, they will pass that group that just came down. The question is, are they going to have enough? 15 laps to go, and they've already been out 4 laps, so that's going to put them at 19 to the finish. They do have the run on that lead pack, as you can see them coming around that mid line. Pretty well organized too, Matt.
Yeah, this is going to turn to a dogfight here, probably in the next 4 laps. Maybe a little bit of fuel saving involved here. Maybe, just maybe. I know Paul wants to try and get back, stay 1 lap down, because once you go 2 down here, it's going to be awfully difficult to
yeah, and
get your lap back.
Paul is 2 laps down.
Just to make a note, Dean Wilkinson has joined Michael Gray and John Greer behind the wall. Tough break for Dean. Had a good start, but unfortunately, his day is kind of ending short.
Yes, it has. Now, Moose Pie out there in chat. Hey, Moose Pie, how are you doing? Good to see you out there. Again, appreciate everybody out there in chat. Everett, Brian, Josh, Jeremy. I know Denny Wilder was out there earlier. I'm sure he's still watching. Brendan Kennedy was out there. Folks, we're watching these guys wind the laps down, 13 to go. Randy, he was out there. Waldrop was out there a little bit ago. Again, appreciate everybody showing up, and if you haven't hit that like button, please be sure you hit that like button for us.
Did you hit the like button?
I can't right now.
Hit the like button.
All right, 1
I know we can do better than 7.
There's 10. Awesome job, folks. Appreciate y'all. Adam Kilday, Liv McNeese, Sean Stevens, Dusty Burkhart, Russ Hancock. Your top 5. Now, Sean Stevens is on that outside line. He's got help from Bob Fitzgerald and Paul Servant as they are coming up on, look like that might be Doug Johnson up in front of them. But Adam Kilday does have the lead right now. Yep, that is that 38 machine of Doug Johnson staying high. Going to let these guys come on by. Ooh. Adam is giving, or Lynn is pushing the far out of Adam right now. But that outside line has got the speed on him, Matt.
Right now, it's anybody's game right now, buddy.
Well, looking at the ATVO, your top 10 drivers right now are all playoff drivers.
Oh boy.
Adam, Lynn, Dusty, Russ, Sean, Les, Mark, Dana, Anthony, Rick. Andrew's in the mix, but he's not in the chase. And then he is in 11th. Bubba in 12th, and Sean Wilder in 13th. But Sean is back here by himself.
Mm-hmm. I don't like where Adam is at right now. Even though he is leading the race, I'm still worried about the fuel situation of him leading. But I'm looking at the. He is running 190, and the lap times have picked up just a little. We'll see. It's gonna be tight on fuel.
I believe it will be. They've been out here our top 10 is 8-9 laps. 6 laps for Mark Mann, Anthony English, Andrew Schroeder, Rick Seabrands. They've been out here 7 laps now, so like I said, it's going to come down to fuel. So we are counting it down, 9 to go, folks. We are at the green flag this whole run. Knock on wood, I didn't just jinx it.
You just did. I guarantee you did.
Well, I just gave it the old Joshua Medlock, the Medlock Choo-Choo. And we're going to keep an eye on this front up here because Adam Kilday is out front. You can't count out Sean Stevens and Dusty Burkhart out on that outside. Well, I'm sorry, Sean and Bob. Now, Bob could try to push Sean to the finish. Then you got Paul Servant back here as well.
Well, you Chase Elliott fans are happy.
Chase Elliott, winner of the Clash.
But who's going to win this race?
I have no idea because it is tight racing. Adam Kilday on that inside with Lynn McNeese, Dusty Burkhart. Outside, you've got Sean Stevens, Bob Fitzgerald. But look at this run that 91 has of Sean Wilder.
He wants to be he wants to be in front of those guys in case a caution comes out. He wants to go back around the,
He's going to try to get his lap back, but
yeah, he's racing Bob Fitzgerald in that 08 for the Lucky Dog spot.
Yes, he is. Of course, Doug Johnson's actually 2 laps down right now, but he is trying to get up there as well because he'll at least get one of his laps back if he stays out. That's if we have that dreaded thing or not, but Oh, Lynn McNeese,
Ooh.
Dusty Burkhart did not have enough fuel. We are 7 to go, and they came down pit road. Sean Stevens did just dive it down in front of Adam Kilday to take over that top spot. Sean Wilder is in front. Oh, go ahead.
That's going to help Adam Kilday in his mileage because I don't think Sean Stevens can make it. That is, but did he save enough fuel?
Well, that's what
That's
I'm
the
wondering
question.
because both Sean and Adam been out here the same amount of laps. As we just seen Bob Fitzgerald dive it down to that low line, kind of left Sean Wilder out there by himself. You see him falling back, but he does. Oh,
Whoa, hey, calm down,
Easy.
fellas. Easy, Doug. Easy.
Doug trying to squeeze in there, but had no room. Unfortunately, that's going to push Doug towards the back. Anthony did kind of let him in, so we are 5 to go. Makes me wonder. Oh no, Lynn McNeese got a black flag.
Don't tell me that's another pit exit thing.
Well, I would go back and rewind it, but we are 4 to go here, so I want to keep an eye on the front here, folks. We are single file coming around turns 1 and 2 to the back stretch.
I just rewound it, and yes, it was.
Oh man, that has got.
6 times I've seen it.
I was fixing to say that has gotten so many drivers tonight.
Yep. Way too many.
Well, next week, or I should say week after next, the first race of round 2 of the playoffs. Here comes another big group down with 4 to go. Maybe they're hoping these guys will run out of gas. We'll see what happens. Sean Stevens, Adam Kilday, Mark Mann, and then that's the 53 of Dave Hunt with our top 2 right now. And Dave is a lap down, so he is actually the first car on, first truck that is a lap down. But look back here at Mark Mann, Anthony English, Rick Seabrands, Andrew Schroeder. 4 trucks together will outrun 3 trucks any day.
That's true. 100%.
And
Well,
they.
people would- Go ahead.
Oh, here comes Sean and Adam down pit road.
I'm surprised by that. I thought they would have enough saved.
With 3 to go. So that's going to put Mark Mann up front, and he is all over the bumper of Dave Hunt. Now, Dave Hunt did get back on the lead lap, but if these guys make it around him, he will go a lap down again. As we are 2 to go here coming down the back stretch.
Well, that's another unsafe exit. That's 7 now. It's
Dana Osborne.
Dana Osborne. Yep.
Oh,
I went back and
man.
watched it. Yeah, these tires are a little bit screaming hot. You guys got to be careful when you come
Yup.
up pit road. I know 100%. I know what these drivers are trying to get what they get. Trying to get back on the racetrack as quick as possible, and that's how you execute for pit roads. But you got to watch that for the yellow line.
Well, Matt, that's the white flag, so no matter what, whatever happens, happens. At this point, they did take the white flag. Mark Mann, Anthony English, Rick Seabrands, Andrew Schroeder, your top 4, kind of all by themselves. We'll see if anybody makes a move. They're coming down the back stretch. Anthony right on the bumper of Mark. Of course, Rick is right there with Anthony. Want to see what happens here, folks, coming around 3 and 4, coming to the tri-oval. Mark Mann, Anthony English, Rick Sebrands, Andrew Schroeder on the outside. Was going to try to take that third. Here we go. Drag race to the finish. Mark Mann, Anthony English. It looks like Andrew Schroeder did get that third place spot.
I think Rick didn't want to get interviewed.
That could have been, well, you know, Rick.
I think Rick wanted to get out of here.
Rick is, is in already to the second round. So
yeah, points don't matter to him.
So we're going to see. I think I've got a photo finish here. And we're going to kind of frame by frame. You can see the flame coming out of Rick's car. Right about there. He did let off of it. Gave Andrew that third place finish. So hang tight, folks. We're going to get our top 3 up here for the interviews. We will be right back. All right, folks, we have caught up with our top 3 and our third place finisher, Mr. Andrew Schroeder. If I can get to him up here in the broadcast booth. Andrew, congratulations, buddy. Started 15th, finished 3rd. I think that was kind of given to you a little bit.
Yeah, I should have finished 4th, but somebody didn't want to do an interview. And I had no idea that break was coming. Good thing I wasn't behind them.
Right. I mean, you guys kind of separated there. It looked like you were going to try to make a run to the outside, but she's like, I think I'll be content with
No,
fourth.
I just won't making them. But yeah, no, that's when he decided. I know he decided he was going to do that. So I should have just stayed behind him and pushed him over. But who knew, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, there was a lot of stuff going on tonight. A lot of unsafe pit exits. Man, I think we had like 7 or 8 of them all together. What was going on with pit exit?
I didn't have any issues. I don't know what I had a little close one getting in on one of them, but we had so much separation after that first pit. We were able to make it on 3 instead of 4, so that really helped us. But I didn't have any issues.
Well,
I thought it wasn't too bad.
Well, and I know we had a few people have issues in the pits, but that's always an issue at these super speedways if you're coming in too hot.
Getting in's a little hard, and I think the track was around 120, so and only taking 2 tires on each stop makes it a little. But we did it, so I kudos to everybody on the team, and congrats to Mark, and yeah. It should be Rick doing this, so I think we should pull him up in here.
Pull him up here anyway. We probably will, because I want to talk to him about the regular season points champion, but we'll get to that. Well, man, awesome job. We're going to turn the mic over to you. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give?
Thanks to Bubba and everybody. David with the league, man, they do a fantastic job. My team, good job, guys, and congrats to Mark. Another good win for him.
Absolutely.
I'm out of the playoffs. I got nothing to gain. I'm just here to help.
Well, yeah, you didn't make the
Yeah.
playoffs this year, did you?
No, I had just a rough season over in this one.
Well, there's always next season, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All
I'll
right.
be here.
All right, man. We'll go celebrate. We'll catch you next week after
Thank
next.
you, sir. All right, we'll see you Monday, though.
All right, buddy.
All right, bud.
All right, so that is going to bring us to our second place finisher tonight. We'll get him up here, Mr. Anthony English. Thought I was going to catch him in mid-conversation, but these guys know better than be talking whenever they're coming up for interview, I think. So, but Anthony, awesome job, man. You up front, pretty much stayed up front. I mean, you had a good run. You kind of fell back there a little bit. Man, there was a lot of black flags tonight. And I think a lot of it was on the pit exit, unsafe pit exit.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that was. It didn't affect me, so.
Okay. Well, man, let's talk about what happened right there at the end. Of course, if he's still in Discord here in just a minute, he's going to get interviewed either way. But hey, got to congratulate him. He is our regular season points champion, though, so he's got to get interviewed.
Oh yeah, he didn't have his interview last week
No,
because he wasn't here. That's right.
So, but let's talk about tonight. What you were feeling out there. How'd the race go for you, buddy?
Oh, it was great. Truck felt good. We realized like 2 laps into the race that if it was going to go green, that if we saved, we'd be able to cut a stop off of it. So from like lap 2 on, we were all saving. We saved all the way until the last 2 laps. So it just turned into a fuel mileage, fuel strategy race, and we pretty much we did it to perfection.
Well, it panned out for you guys. Now there was a separation there. I know you were in that back group for a little bit, and then I don't know if it was just a pit strategy got you guys back up to the front, but
Actually, we were in the front the whole time. The back group caught us.
Okay.
But we, like I said, we were saving. We were on a completely different strategy to them guys. We didn't care if they caught us or not. We were just saving the fuel to make sure we could cut that extra stop off at the end. So yeah, we weren't pushing hard. We let that second group catch us. We let them pass us. We rode around in the back, just saving that fuel. Getting our money's worth out of the fuel tonight.
Obviously. Now, how many laps were you guys could you guys go on fuel?
We were doing 16 every time. Like we maxed it out every time, so we were getting 16 laps every time.
Yeah. Okay. So I figured they were somewhere around, the 16 to 18 mark. But I mean that last stint, how much did you have? Was you worried about a green white checkered or?
We think we saved enough for one green white.
Okay.
It would have been close, but I think we would have been good. It just would have depended on what lap that caution actually did come out. Like if it came out right before we crossed for the white or something like that, we might have been in a little bit of trouble. But all in all, I think we would have been good for at least one.
Well, all in all, though, green flags, green to checker. There looked like there was going to be one incident where I think it was Michael Pratt that nosed the outside wall, but I guess he was able to get it back down below the apron and cleared the track, and no flag was thrown. I was like pretty sure that was going to be a caution, but
nobody went around. I mean, one guy got hard up in the wall, but he stayed straight, and the other one got a little slow, and we kind of just shuffled around him and stuff like that. But there wasn't 2 spinning in an accident, so like even for Saturday, I wouldn't have thrown that for a Saturday one either.
Okay, all right. Well, man,
personally myself, that's my own opinion about it. But, yeah.
Right. Well, hey, awesome job, though. Green to checkered. You started third, finished second. Man, any final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate?
Oh, a big shout out to you, Steven and Matt, doing the broadcast stuff for Maxspeed. You guys do great work. CFM for everything they do league wise. David Len, Bubba, Russ, and all them. They do a phenomenal job here. Big shout out to Mark. Mark beat us all off the pit road, and so we just hung with them and stuff, and got Mark a W here tonight, and pushed him to the win and all that jazz. And the rest of the teammate, we did a hell of a job. Adam was a little bit different strategy than us, but even he ended up making a decent recovery and finishing 8th and whatnot. So good team effort. I'm pretty sure if he would have stayed with us, we probably would have been all top 5, and you might have been interviewing Adam. But yeah, they had a little bit different fuel strategy in mind with the way he was running and stuff. And that's fine and dandy, to each their own and all that. But yeah, good team effort. Good shout out to the team, Rick, Mark, Andrew, and Adam and all that, and my family, friends, everybody watching. My beautiful girlfriend lets me do this all the time and not hang me from a tree outside, and everybody else that's involved. Buttkicker, who's sponsored tonight?
Leslie, he's sponsored tonight.
Yeah, well, big shout out to Buttkicker for what they do. Big shout out to Les for sponsor tonight. And everybody that has their foot into what happens here. Like I said, it's been a revolutionary change with how this series used to be and how it is now, and they've made it great again. So big shout out to everybody that's here and that runs here and comes to run here. Anybody that doesn't run with us, they're missing out.
Well, we got League Monday night. Looking forward to seeing you out there. And, of course, next week we are off because of Super Bowl, and we will be back at Atlanta in Xfinity cars. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, go Birds. You guys say Super Bowl Sunday, so I have to put a shout out to the Birds. Go Birds, looking for them Eagles to win. That's the only thing I care about next Sunday. So I'm kind of glad they're not having an official race next Sunday. I would definitely miss it, but yeah, looking forward to what's the next race?
We are at Atlanta in the Xfinity.
All right, I love Atlanta. I'm looking forward to that. So I always do pretty good at Atlanta. So I got high confidence going into that race.
Well, yeah, we'll hopefully we'll see well, like I said, we'll see you Monday. I'll see you Monday, but Matt, go celebrate P2 tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, thank you, Steven. Good job tonight.
All right, thanks, brother. All right, so that is going to bring us up to our winner tonight, Mark Mann.
Whoa.
Wow, what can we say, buddy?
Yeah, man, that was fun. I haven't won NSRA race in a while.
Well, that
or excuse me, Checker Flag Motorsports
Checker Flag,
race.
Yeah. You started back towards the back, and of course, like you normally do, you and Rick back there kind of hanging out for a little bit, and of course, I was going to interview Rick because he was our regular season points champion.
Right.
But he ducked out on me already.
He did?
He did.
Oh, man.
But let's talk about your race tonight, buddy. I mean, all in all, green to checker. The thing that was catching our eye was the black flags on the pit exits.
Yeah, people, I think they were just washing up onto the yellow line, and that'll give you a flag, unfortunately. And, our group was able to stay clean pitting. Unfortunately, I slid my box a couple times, but thankfully I was able to recover. And it became a fuel mileage race from there. Everybody stayed clean on the track, and really wasn't an exciting race, but it was a strategic race with respect to the fuel mileage.
Now, that was one thing we were talking about. Pit stops was a premium. Getting a good pit stop, getting in your box, making sure you got enough fuel, tires. Did you have any issues with your tires coming off of pit road, or do you think that was what was causing the problems? Because that was kind of what we were seeing.
Not for our group, because on that third pit stop there, we were far enough ahead of the second pack that we decided to all take rights. So we took rights on that cycle, and then the last cycle we took lefts. So we kind of balanced it out, and our tires stayed fine. And, that's just kind of the advantage of having a clean, quick pit stops. And, it got spread out there for a while, and then it got clumped back together at the end. But those other trucks were short on fuel and had the pit, and Anthony pushed me to the win from there.
Well, definitely an awesome job tonight. You were sitting third coming into tonight in points. Of course, this win is going to bump you up there. Probably, I don't know if it's going to get you in the first. It should.
You get me in the
Go
round of 8.
Yeah, to get you into the round at 8 for sure. So, of course, Rick being right there with you, he was the single points or the regular season points winner, points champion. That's going to automatically put him into the second round. So, you guys was really vying for 7 spots tonight. But you come out with the win. That's going to guarantee that you're going to get into next week or should say week after next, since we're off next week for the Super Bowl.
Right. Yep.
But we are at Atlanta in the Xfinities. Any thoughts on that track and that car?
Survival.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. You're going to have to, like Matt said, you're going to have to survive. It's not as easy with the B car as it is with the truck. So, yeah, that's going to be one of those where there's going to be a lot of people who are locked in, who are in that first round of 8, who in that second race are going to be right on the bubble. And I'll probably end up being there too, because if you don't finish at least 4th in those playoff contenders, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, and you got 2 races to do it. So I mean, you could have a bad race and then maybe win the next one. But if you have a bad race your first race, it's a must win, right?
Yeah, it's tough putting together a season and a championship run. It's not an easy thing to do because you have to get on a good streak come playoff time. And if you're slumping at the end of the regular season and you hit the playoffs, it can be pretty detrimental. And then especially if you throw in a track like Atlanta with a B car, you're really going to have to kind of be on your game every single Sunday that you come out to the track. And that's what we're looking to do in 2 weeks. Just kind of be on our game, mind our P's and Q's, and hopefully get a good finish out of it. I'd like a look at it would be fun to race for a championship.
Yeah. Yep. Matt, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you. You got anything for Marty?
Yeah. What's up, Matt?
What's up, everybody? I guess coming in tonight, you really wasn't really worried. You got your teammates behind you. Was there any kind of plan that who was going to win the race, or was it just
no
first, like whoever's in front?
Well, Anthony could have easily made a move on me there, and I don't think he just wanted to risk anything. I think he was ready to just get on to the next round safely.
Yeah,
but it's nice to win, so I appreciate that help there. But Rick said in the first few laps of the race, he kind of alluded to it had a green flag feel to it, and he was right. It did. And once we hit that first pit stop, it was, let's go into max fuel save now.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like that, but that's a part of racing.
It is part of racing. It's a lot easier in the type of cars I run. It's very easily to push a button,
right,
and dial it back and say, hey, I'm going to save fuel here. For these cars, it's more about throttle control, and you guys perfect it every time. Is it very difficult for you to save fuel? Like if you're say directly behind somebody and you start drifting back a little bit. So if you're say about maybe a 0.2 of a second off, does that kill your fuel mileage more than you staying up to a car closer?
Well, it certainly does, and it certainly helps if you have one car behind you too. But yes, you kind of have to stay relatively close to that car in front of you to be able to adequately save fuel. You're going to still save fuel, but you're going to be on the throttle a little bit more.
Okay, that answered one of my questions. I do actually have another question. I said this during the broadcast. Do cars, if you have two trucks running side by side at Talladega, does that generally make the pack faster?
I think running in a straight line, and if everybody's pushing, will make it faster. Just as long as people aren't hanging off 0.2, 1/10, they're just kind of right on each other's bumper, doing throttle control just in case, watching the checkups. I always felt like that's faster. I get conflicting information every single race I'm in, so I don't know.
I'm going to keep asking every one of our race winners that question because I can't. It does seem like a very little, but you never see it so much.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I do notice with other class cars that if you're trying to catch up to the pack and you got people side drafting you, I mean, it just drags you both
Oh, the
back.
A car. Yeah. the
Yeah,
A
and,
car.
and then nobody's going anywhere. So
Yeah. Well, I got nothing for him, Steven.
All right.
But
Well, Matt, Mark, we're going to turn the mic over to you, buddy, for any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory tonight.
oh yeah, thanks to you guys at MaxspeedTV, man. Love MaxspeedTV. I think it's one of the best broadcasts. And whoever sponsored the race tonight, I totally forgot. I apologize, but thanks to the race sponsor.
Yeah, it's Les Levy.
Les Levy, thank you for People Challenge to Go Fast. And thanks to Checker Flag Motorsports and David O and Bubba for giving us a place to race every Sunday, and all my teammates and Anthony for pushing me to the win, and all the guys I raced with tonight.
All
and Mara's out there probably watching.
I haven't seen. I wish if she wasn't in chat, but I didn't
Must
see
went
her.
to bed early.
So, but man, congratulations. We're not gonna keep you any longer. Go celebrate your victory, and we'll see you in a couple weeks for round 2.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
Later.
All right. Well, you heard it first here, folks, from the winner. And we got Atlanta here in 2 weeks, Matt, in the Xfinity cars. But we are going to go ahead and get to our unofficial results. Now, this is pending any admin stuff, which there probably won't be because it was a green to checker race tonight. Fun race to watch. I know it kind of makes it go by a little bit faster, which I kind of enjoy because it means I can go to bed early. But man, it was green flag pit stops all the way through. Is just awesome to see how these guys handle these machines and safely down pit road. But we're going to go ahead and get to our unofficial results. Of course, Mark Mann, our winner tonight. Congratulations to Mark. And if you notice there, our top 10, pretty much everybody in the playoffs except for Andrew. But Anthony English did grab that second place spot. Andrew Schroeder in third. He was kind of given to him by Rick. Of course, I was going to drag Rick up here, but he kind of jumped out on us before we was able to pull him up for the interview. But again, big shout out to Rick, our regular season points champion this season. So congratulations to Rick. Russ Hancock grabbing that 5th place spot. Les Levy in 6th, tonight's race sponsor for the Ricky Bobby Foundation 212 here at Talladega. Big shout out to Les for sponsoring tonight's race. Sean Stevens did grab a 7th place finish. Adam Kildate in 8th. Dusty Burkhart 9th. Dana Osborne in 10th. That's going to bring us to our 11th place spot. Dave Hunt did grab the 11th spot. Lynn McNeese in 12th. Bubba Winningham 13th. Sean Wilder did come in 14th. Pretty rough night for some of these guys. Todd Mays, was a couple laps down, unfortunately, but he did finish 15th. Paul Servant 16th. Doug Johnson 17th. David Overstreet finished 18th. Bob Fitzgerald 19th. Dean Wilkinson finished in 20th. Again, big hats off to Dean for doing what he did last week. That just shows what type of character he has, not wanting to get involved with these guys vying for a championship. But big shout out to Dean for that. 21st was Michael Pratt and 22nd John Guerrera. So that's going to do it for us tonight here on MaxspeedTV. Again, big shout out to Les Levy for sponsoring tonight's race. Big shout out to Buttkicker for sponsoring the league this season. I do believe the winner of the season will get a Buttkicker system for their sim rig. So big shout out to Buttkicker for coming on board with Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys. But big shout out to Matt for jumping up here and helping me tonight. Matt, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of Buttkicker, I still have yet to install mine. It's still sitting in my closet. I have to go order the parts for it so I can actually parts for the rig so I can actually mount it. It's $100, and it comes all the way from across the
Across the pond.
border. Oh, across the world. Like if I would dig a hole, that's way
Oh.
that it'll take about a week to get here. Probably 2 weeks.
Wow. Well, hope you get it in pretty soon and get that hooked up. And, one of these days I may be vying for a championship to win myself one of those. Who knows? But, well, that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody that joined us tonight. Everett, Brian, Josh, and Jeremy. Of course, Matt out there chatting it up with everybody. Moose Pie out there in chat. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Oh, Denny Wilder was out there for a little bit. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the likes. And glad everybody, hope everybody enjoyed it. I know some of the people was watching some of the clash at Bowman Gray. I know Wags was saying that.
I was just not talking about it.
So, but awesome job from these guys tonight. And again, appreciate everybody joining and tuning in tonight, watching MaxspeedTV, and supporting these guys out here on the track. So, but that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Again, next week we are off due to Super Bowl Sunday. We will be back in 2 weeks at Atlanta. Switching over to the Xfinity cars. Going to be a good, fun race for these guys there for sure. But again, from all of us here at MaxspeedTV, we hope everybody has a good night. Stay safe, and we will see you in 2 weeks.